Hey guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about grounding techniques and yoga and the things that I like to do for exercise and being awakened and working out or doing exercise or things like that, because it can be a little bit complicated at times. We all know that because, when you awaken, you're much more sensitive and awake, and especially if you're an empath, it's harder to go to a gym sometimes because all the other people are in the gym, they have their egos out, they're doing this, they're doing that. And sometimes it's really loud and you're more sensitive and you're like, all the lights, and it's pretty intense. That's one of the reasons why I don't go to a gym. But sometimes there are good gyms that are really helpful people around, really cool, awesome people that you just kind of have to find the right place for you. Like some are more quiet than others, or in general. But I don't like going to a gym just because I just don't really like paying for one, and I don't like going to one. But one thing I do use is gymnastics rings, and I think they're really awesome because you can hang them up on a tree, and they can be just like, you can work out every muscle in your body with gymnastics rings, and it helps you ground as well because they're like wood gymnastics rings. You like feel connected to the wood, and it's super cool, and it's very free flowing. It's kind of like an art. It is an art, but and you can connect them to a tree and stuff, and that even grounds you even more into the earth, and you're working out outside on top of that. So I think that's really cool, doing that with gymnastics rings. That's just one of the ways I like to work out. I like doing a lot of different things and playing soccer and stuff like that. But I think the most important one that I have learned since awakening, and that I found out about, is yoga, because that is just, it's really awesome because there's so many different types of yoga. If you don't like one, you'll probably like some of them. There's like fast yoga, there's slow yin yoga, there's like long stretches and that, and there's all different kinds, like all they're mixed and matched and all. It's awesome. But the reason I like yoga so much is because sometimes we go through life. We suffer, we have these negative emotions, we have all different kinds of things happening to us. And we get these negative emotions get built up inside of us. They literally cause like tightness and knots, and they can cause all tumors, they can cause all kinds of things, injuries in the body, and they can lead to so many arthritis and so many different things. And that's why I think yoga is so important piece of exercise, because a lot of guys, they don't do yoga, they just work out in the gym and their muscles are real tight because they don't stretch at all. But I think it's because the yoga, it releases tension in the body, it helps blood flow go through the body. You're stretching out these tight muscles, you're allowing the blood and the energy to flow through your body better, and it's just awesome. And before, I was more blocked because my body was so tight, and that's okay, but I think it really helped me once I started to get more connected with my body, to know my body more. It helped me know my energy more, because if I get more connected to my body, like mind and spirit, all of it's connected. So it helped me in all aspects of my life, really. And yeah, knowing that has really been helpful for me, and it's really good it's really peaceful, really grounding. You can do it anywhere. Like, there's so many different yoga studios. You can do it at home now. There's so many more on YouTube. You can type in a yoga class and you can find it pretty easily. And you can do hot yoga, which I really enjoy, and that helps you release the muscles even more. People can get injured in that type of yoga more sometimes, but I would say in general, it's really awesome. And it's really good to get the energy flowing, because sometimes, like, throughout the day, when I'm getting up in the morning and just going throughout my day, I'm just feeling like, I can't do anything right now. But sometimes I'll just make myself go on the yoga mat and do a couple of stretches, do here, this, and I feel so much better. And like you're compressing the joints, the muscles, and then you're releasing them and then allowing the blood to flow. So you're tightening everything and like compressing everything, like stopping the blood flow for a second and then releasing it, allowing the blood to go through and break through all the scar tissue and all types of things. And I know yoga is probably not my passion in terms of teaching or anything, but you don't have to teach it or anything. I just think it's really fun, and it's really low impact as well. Like you don't have to, like, even really old people do it, do chair yoga and all kinds of stuff, and people do it for their whole lives. And that's what I think is longevity. That's what yoga is. I feel like it's helps with longevity so much. You do it for your whole life. And it's great for the mind. It's great. It's very low impact. It's not gonna kill your joints unless you push yourself like super hard. But as long as it's probably gonna help your joints and help their arthritis. That's all I've heard, and like especially hot yoga. It really just helps the blood flow move through and lower the inflammation and everything because the blood flow is so good. But yeah, I think that's where diet comes in as well. Having a good diet that's not very inflammatory. But that's mostly what I was going to say today about yoga and exercise. I like exercising outside in the sun. I think that's the most grounding for me, but everyone has their own whatever they like.